Well, it's Christmas 2020. Be sure not to touch anybody. Order yourself a chestnut praline latte. And don't be late to my Christmas pity party. Call back. Well, it's Christmas 2020. Medics on OnlyFans, but just be jolly. Get a toasted white chocolate mocha frappuccino. But don't get under mistletoe. Oh no, you will get an unsettling feeling when you fear cases skyrocket in Cali. ACAB Proud Boy rallies. It's Christmas 2020. Everything outside is very scary. Tip baristas well if you go out there. Melatonin helps escape the nightmares. You know it! An unsettling feeling when you hear Bo at best, Giuliani, ACAB Proud Boy rallies. Well, it's Christmas 2020. Be sure not to touch anybody. Order yourself a chestnut praline latte. And don't be late to my Christmas pity party. Yeah!
Ho, 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 ho.
Hello, it's me, Kevin Vonesper. If you are watching this, you are watching the GWARPod. GWARPod. Hope you guys liked my Christmas song. Hey, whenever I get a chance to play my own stuff and it's in style, you know, why not? And of course, my new album is coming out this week. Virtual listening party tomorrow on my other show, GWARPod. Anyways, you like my new blood tie? I got it today. I always wanted Gwar to make ties, kind of like Gwar, make some ties, blood ties. I would buy one of them. Hope everyone had a happy holidays. I see the chat is already packed. What did I get this holiday season? Look, I got some green jelly Christmas stuff. That's pretty cool. Look, stickers, and I know some people here there's a crossover crowd here, right? There's a Crampo, one of the members of the band. Yeah. How's everybody else doing? We got Miss Cherry Delight tonight. Yay! You know what? Let's just get to the show, you know? Where's my theme song?
GWARPod comes from on GWARPod. 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 GWARPod.
Hello!
Hi.
Oh, wait, that's what I forgot. Oh, I mean, I know it's not Christmas anymore, but I have a controversial opinion about the holidays, which is I think the season should start like when the holiday happens, and then the month afterwards, everyone's celebrating. Oh no, she's frozen in carbonite. Miss Cherry, Miss Cherry Delight,
Can
you're
you
frozen.
see me at all? Do I have to
Yeah.
like not be in my kitchen? Do I have to go
I don't
all the
know.
way over?
Now I can. It wasn't a. I could see you, but you were frozen. But now you are animated.
All right. Well, anyway, here I am. Even though I had my whole setup over here, let me know if it freezes again.
Yeah. Okay, we can try it. Yeah.
I'm gonna try this.
I've had worse. Oh, hey, what's that? Is it too early for show and tell, or should we just dive right into it?
I mean, I have like all this stuff here, but I guess we're gonna talk about Estrogina. I have never been interviewed about Estrogina, so this is my first ever interview about her.
Well, I'm glad to have it on the GWARPod. Estrogina, does anyone call you or the character Gina?
No.
No.
They call her Estro.
Oh.
There's one person. Okay, there's one person that called her Gina.
Really?
Yes, that was Ruby Olgin when she was 4 years old.
Okay.
But we'll get to that.
Okay, we'll get to that. Well, hello. I actually met you before you were Estrogina, when you were. I don't even know if you were Miss Cherry Delight.
Let's be clear about one thing about Estrogina. I was Estrogina for a blink of an eye.
Yeah.
Estrogina was something that was very short.
How tall? Like 5 feet?
I am tall. Thank you very much. Looking to me.
Oh, short in the time
period. That was
period.
something that, listen, you keep your song about Christmas 2020. All right. Anyway, I was saying, so Estrogina, I took some notes because remember, this was in 2017. And I had to do a little recap of like, how did it happen exactly? So, so from what I remember, Matt Miner, who is the writer of all the GWAR Orgasmageddon comics, found me on the GWAR Fans Unite Facebook page, which I was very active on at the time. And he approached me along with Matt McGuire, and they hired me to play Estrogina in order to promote the upcoming series of all the comic books that were coming out. So this was the first comic book, GWAR Orgasmageddon 1. And Estrogina was a brand new GWAR woman. They hadn't had a new GWAR woman in a long, long time. Well, I mean, they had Volvatron, but she went off to do her own thing. And yeah, I mean, I think that ever since like Volvatron like kind of sailed off to do her own thing, I was like, I would like to wiggle my way in there somehow. I mean,
yeah,
GWAR is a huge, huge inspiration to me since, God, I was a teenager. I mean,
yeah. When did you first hear about GWAR?
When did I first hear about GWAR? From my friend Dan Smash, who I met on MySpace. And you know, we were hanging out a lot when I was in high school, and he was like, "So you love Muppets and you love horror, but like you don't know what GWAR is?" And I was like, "What is GWAR?" And he was like, "Oh," and he sat me down and he showed me, I think it was Live from Antarctica. I think was the first thing that I saw. Oh shit!
Oh no.
Ta-da! This is what you get when your desk is an ironing board.
Yeah.
All right, so you know what we're gonna do?
Resourceful.
We're gonna sit me on the floor. We're gonna sit me on the floor, and we're gonna do this on the floor.
I think you'll be the first guest doing an interview from the floor.
You know what? That's okay.
Breaking, yeah.
There's
Breaking
some joke in there, but I can't think of one right
Yeah,
now.
I know.
I just wanna
Someone in
tell-
the chat will figure it out.
We'll put it in. Someone in the chat will figure it out.
Yes.
Anyway, let me set up my ring light again. This is gonna be so funny to like watch back.
I hope so. Is it funny? Is everybody laughing? We got people in the chat.
Listen,
Katie
we're
Squid.
laughing. We got jokes. I do
Yeah.
tricks. My fellow candlesticks.
If you're
that
not
I-
laughing, you're not doing it right. Humongous is here, of course. Thank you.
Of course, humongous. So let's see.
So you were just,
Matt
you
Light
watched
Ryder
live from Antarctica.
I watched Live from Antarctica. Yes, that's right. So after that, I started seeing GWAR live, getting to see them as many times as possible as a teenager. I met Dave Brocky a handful of times. Whenever he would come to Toad's place, I would be like in the front, and he would always
Connecticut.
Yeah, the closest he would usually get to New York was Toad's place a lot of the time, and then he would kiss my hand. When I'd be in the front, I'd offer my hand to him. But anyway, you know, back to Estrogina, because you know we all have our GWAR stories and things like that. But
let's talk about Estrogina.
Let's talk about this thing that like I've never really talked about before.
Let it all out.
Yeah, I mean, so like I said, Matt Miner and Matt McGuire pitched to me that they wanted me to represent and help develop Estrogina as a character for Orgasmageddon to help promote the comics coming out. So Estrogina came from the kind of loose design of like the GWAR bar girl with the horns. And she has a personality that's very much like Tank Girl, I would say.
Yeah.
Has that like Rebecca kind of moxie to her. But it's interesting when you think of the names of Estrogina versus Slymenstra. Slymenstra has the word menstruation, which is to reject the baby, whereas Estrogina has estrogen. So she's very loving and very nurturing. But there is also a ferocity that comes with that kind of loving and nurturing. It's a very protective, vengeful, emotional kind of warrior. So she really feels very protective of the scumdogs, whereas Slymenstra can take him or leave him. She doesn't see anyone in GWAR as an equal. She has a whole 9-minute song about how she's looking for an equal. But you know, Slymenstra is, she doesn't really respect anyone in GWAR. She's just kind of like coasting with them, or she sees them coasting with her, really. But Estrogina was sort of raised by Odorous and Slymenstra in a way. Sorry, a lot of this Estrogina stuff had a lot of dust on it, so I had.
All right, yeah, we got to dust off the archives here.
Yeah, I mean it's 2017. So Estrogina is a real kind of mama bear when it comes to her role in the Scumdogs. Maybe the youngest one, but she's also very fierce and protective. fuck. I gotta sneeze again. No, wait, no, I'm good.
It always
I'm
comes in
good.
twos for me.
Hmm?
It always comes in twos for me.
In twos. You know, her fighting style, she kind of toys with her prey, whereas, you know, and she doesn't like getting dirty is another thing with her. When she slays like an enemy, and she gets covered in like yucky stuff, like she hates it. Like she wants it off of her, whereas like everyone else is rolling around in it and loves it, you know. She's like, get me under a shower right now, you know. But Guar also wanted someone who could actually fight in real life, so I started taking capoeira lessons.
For this?
For this, I
Oh,
started
wow.
taking capoeira lessons, and I started. I was already working out quite a lot, but I started shifting that to bodybuilding as well. Bodybuilding and dieting and doing capoeira, and I was doing that several days a week, and taking it like really seriously. So Guar sent a few things for the costume, but they told me basically the rest of the costume was my responsibility. So this is the helmet. This is the helmet for Estrogina. It was not molded to my face. So it is, with the wig, it is quite tight. And having it on for several hours at a time at my first convention I did this for, I was getting a throbbing headache because there was circulation being cut off. Matt Miner, who was the writer, made the breastplate, which attached to the bra with these snaps. And so
I didn't know Matt Miner made things.
Yeah, he made
this. Cool. And I'm guessing Matt McGuire made the helmet?
Yeah, I believe so. And the bikini bottom, the itty bitty teeny beanie bikini bottom, was made by Florence DeLee, who is a costumer for RuPaul's Drag Race.
Oh, nice.
The boots are Demonia's. And there's not much to the, because I was basically naked.
Yeah.
Really not much.
As you are in Guar.
Yeah, as the girls are pretty much in Guar.
Well, the guys are pretty bare too. You see a lot of butts, for sure.
The guys are fairly bare, but no one is as bare as Sexecutioner, which is why he has the most range and motion. So my first convention as Estrogina was 5 Points Fest, and I was told to keep it a secret until the day, and it was in May 2017. I forget the actual day right now. And Chuck Varga, Executioner, is the person who helped coach me for the part. And the day of, like, when he saw me, he was like, okay, first of all, you are way too clean. We've got to get you dirty. So like he helped me like soot up myself, and like, because, you know, that's just what you do in Guar. And you know, he really like taught me like how to like move and like, you know, sort of all the little fine tuning things here and there. But, you know, I found myself on the first day walking around 5 Points Fest in Brooklyn as Estrogina with Sexecutioner, saying, like, talking to me as Sexecutioner, like, Estrogina, why don't we take a look at these excellent wares? And I'd be like, what is my life right now?
Did you know Chuck before this? Or is this how you met Chuck?
I knew Chuck before this.
Okay, yeah, because I know you have like a whole past with him and like Coney Island. And
Chuck is actually the husband of my mentor, Bambi the Mermaid. It's her birthday today.
That's right. Happy birthday, Bambi.
27th, yes. So she and Chuck are married, and it's incredible. Like, these two living cartoons found each other.
For real, yeah.
Yeah. So Bambi's been in my life for a long time.
Gotcha.
And I've known Chuck since since he entered Bambi's life.
Right.
But the first GWAR song that I ever heard, I think, was Ragnarok.
That's an interesting entry point.
I know. I think it was Ragnarok and Have You Seen Me were the first
Wow.
ones. And I used to play with sock puppets like in my college dorm with my friend Luke, and we would do sock puppets to the entire album of Scumdogs of the Universe.
Oh man.
But anyway, back to doing Estrogina. The first the first one was really fun. Where is this? This is number 4. This is number 1. Chuck signed this one for me.
There's a lot of number 1s. I have almost all of them. Yes.
Where am I?
Oh, I got some slideshow if you want me to pull it up.
Well, you can see. Oh, you've got some.
There we go. Yeah. This is your introduction as a character.
Uh-huh.
I can't read it because it's small, but
what page is that?
It's in the beginning somewhere.
The cavalry has arrived.
That's right. Estrogina. Oh, wait. You have a last name?
Wait, is it cavalry or cavalry?
Lugubrios? How do you say your last name? I didn't even realize that until now.
Estrogina lugubrious.
Lugubrious. What does that mean?
Fuck if I know.
Okay. That's a Matt Miner question, huh?
Yeah.
I'll ask him next time. I'll probably see him this weekend, actually. Yeah. Slymenstra's companion, in quotation marks. How do you feel about that? How do you relate to the character?
I feel like Estrogina sees Slymenstra as some sort. I mean, she looks up to her, but I think that Slymenstra doesn't really care at all about Estrogina or anybody.
Right.
Or at least she puts up a huge front that she really has this like hard exterior. Maybe somewhere in there she cares. Otherwise, why would she stick around? But yeah, it's Estro is a very special character. There's never been a woman in GWAR who was really, really funny.
Mm-hmm. Now, I'm guessing the comics were written before they asked you to do the role? The comics were written first, right? Before they asked you to do it? Have you gone deep with in the character with Matt Miner or anyone about like the backstory and where she came from, or do you know any of that?
We talked about a few things with that stuff. Like we talked about how like she was kind of semi-raised by Odorous and Slymenstra.
Is she a scum dog?
She is a scum dog.
Okay.
She's a scum dog. She's a younger scum dog, but she is someone of immense value to the scum dogs, at least for time. I haven't been following the comics since I decided to do my own thing. I'm not sure if Estrogina...
I don't think so. You might be an Easter egg in the background somewhere, but you haven't been like... I don't think you had any lines in any recent comic books.
That's perfectly fine.
Yeah. Was there ever a talk about like... I mean, it looks like in this comic book, they were really trying to make Estrogina a thing. Was there any talk about joining the live experience, or anything like that?
I mean, if there was, I can't belong to anything that's not me, I decided after I did Coast City Comics in Maine that it was time for me to branch off and do my own thing. It was Estrogina that helped me figure out that I was capable of doing that. So
yeah, I was going to ask that.
Estrogina was the special thing that helped me figure out that I could do it on my own.
Yeah, it was important. It was in the path. Like it had to happen to birth Miss Cherry Delight. in some way?
100%. I mean, Miss
Mhm.
Cherry Delight had been a thing, but it hadn't
Mhm.
been like a strictly music thing.
No, yeah, I saw you doing burlesque and things like that.
Yeah, Miss Cherry Delight did burlesque first for a long time.
The Evil Queen.
That was the one I was the most well known for.
Yeah, yeah. I have that on video
Um,
from one of those parties.
yeah. But the thing about Estrogina was she created such a stir with younger generations of GWAR fans.
Yeah,
Like,
people responded well to it.
I got fan art from all over the world.
Let's look at some fan art. I have some of it here somewhere. Then we'll get back to this. Oh yeah, I gotta love the toys, of course. John Poppy made those, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, love his Craction figures. I mean, that must have been so cool. Like the first time you had a toy, like made of you or your image.
This was by Alexandra Finley.
Nice. Yeah, I think that's the next one of my slides here. Yeah. What is this weapon that you have?
Oh, that's right. Oh, I can't forget Umbilicus. Umbilicus was designed by Byron, and they put Umbilicus in the comics. Unfortunately, this part broke Byron.
Oh no.
So I need to have it fixed. It's made out of styrofoam. It looks a lot more durable than it actually is.
It does.
It is made from the umbilical cord since she is Estrogina. It's all
right.
very,
Oh. Wow, I didn't even okay, that makes sense.
yeah, Umbilicus. And I was knighted with Umbilicus when I met Humongous Fungus of Urungus for the first time.
When did you meet him for the first time?
When I went to Coast City Comics in Maine.
Gotcha.
And that was when Estrogina did an impromptu performance with Guello. And then that was at the unveiling of Dave Brocky's memorial plaque.
Okay.
Oh, Humongous. Yeah, Humongous is one of my best friends. I am so proud of all of his hard work. I saw him many years ago on GWAR Fans Unite, doing a version of what was an homage to Odorous doing Goodnight Moon, and he was reading Puss in Boots. I saw what he was doing, but I couldn't understand anything he was saying. So I tried to start coaching him how to speak with distinction, but keep his character. And he just ran with it. And I mean, Humongous is a big thing now, so it's very exciting to watch him.
Yeah, I know. He's got a Christmas album now.
Oh God, that's right.
I haven't heard it yet still, but maybe tonight, Humongous. Maybe tonight.
So these were by Carmen Curtis.
Nice.
One of my favorites.
I love that.
And this is Estrojanus.
Oh.
Sure.
Yeah.
Muppets.
Yeah.
So those two I have. I have quite a lot of fan art that was sent to me. This is by my darling friend Tara Kelly.
Oh yeah, Tara. Nice.
But you can't kill Tara.
Yeah.
And Tara is what I am. Then there's this one too.
Nice. I mean, that's so cool. I mean, how did people verbalize to you what the character meant to them?
Yeah.
What did they say? What does the character mean to people?
People said that it was really, really meaningful to see a new, fresh, strong female character on stage. That was a really important thing to people. This is my favorite, though. The Estrogina.
Oh wow.
The Estrogina cuddle doll. This is you could take her.
Oh wow.
So this was made for. There were two made, one for me and one for Ruby Olgin, who is the daughter of Travis Olgin, who runs the GWARcast.
He ran the GWARcast.
Oh yeah.
I tried to get them to do a reunion and have me as a guest, and they didn't, so I started my own show.
Oh.
But I love them. I have some of their stuff, and I'd love to have a GWARcast reunion on here if you guys are listening.
But we had this made for Christmas for Ruby Olgin when she was little, and it came with like Estrogina's little rule book, which I can't find right now.
Oh, there's a rule book? Who wrote that?
I think that we wrote it together,
Mhm.
me and Alexandra.
What kind of rules are in there?
I don't know if I can find it.
Mm-hmm.
But it was really sweet. Yeah, after I decided to hang up Estrogina, and not really, because it was getting really intense. Like,
Yeah, how so?
just I was getting bombarded by just a lot of fan art. Like, people
Mhm.
were, it was becoming like a thing. And as exciting as that was, I knew that like if I continued with it, like I would be stuck there. And for a time I was like, is like, maybe this is my thing. And then I was like, but do I really want it to be like, do I want to be stuck like as this? Because like, say it had progressed, like
Mhm.
I don't think that they would have ever had me sing or anything, even as a singer.
Right.
I just like, it's totally fine. This was really important for me to figure out that my own musical path was the right choice.
Do you think they would have pushed it further if you hadn't kind of backed out of it yourself?
I don't know.
Mhm.
I don't know. Um, the important thing was for me to continue loving GWAR.
Mhm.
And I feel like if I had become a part, like a real solidified part of GWAR, I don't think that that would have had continued. I think I need to have space for GWAR and I to respect each other's projects like here. But like, there's a fairly large age gap between us, and I,
Right.
very like enthusiastic and, chipper and
And they're like old men. Yeah.
But GWAR is really special to me, and being Estrogina, even though it was just, a short thing, and it means a lot to me, and it meant a lot to me, and it was a really important part of my story, of me figuring out what I was really supposed to do. And Bambi was the person who gave me that speech, and
Mm.
said, you don't need GWAR to make your dreams come true. Like, you don't need to hop onto any other project because you have the tools to do it yourself. She was like, would you rather be a footnote, or would you rather be like the main thing?
Right.
Like,
Yeah. I get it.
I kind of realized that, it was important for me to be found. Like, this was a good way for Miss Cherry Delight to be discovered. And a lot of Estrogina fans like trickled over, poured over
Mhm.
into Miss Cherry Delight fans who still follow me to this day. And I'm still really grateful for that.
Yeah, they do. They blew up my page, man. I mean, in a good way. I don't think I had more likes on any post than your video that you made.
Oh, thank you so
It's
much.
like, yeah, and thanks to the fans. I mean, you guys are awesome, and I think a lot of people discovered the show through you. See, the old scumdogs, they don't promote this shit. Well, let's check it out. We got some questions from the audience. What's Estrogina's favorite GWAR song?
Estrogina's favorite GWAR song.
Right, I guess in character.
Um, Well, I don't do her character.
Well, then what is Miss Cherry Delight's favorite GWAR
Well,
song?
I would say that Estrogina's favorite GWAR song is "I Hate Love Songs"
Mm,
because Beefcake hates love songs because of how much it hurts, and I
yeah.
think that it comes from a really emotional place, and I think that that is Estrogina's, rage comes from a lot of, like, feelings of, uh, things out of her control. Um, but she also is very cool, calm, and collected when she needs to be. Like, she's very confident as a fighter.
She's very happy. She's a very happy character.
She's happy-go-lucky, um, and she likes to have fun, very like in the same way that Tank Girl does.
Hmm.
In the same way that Tank Girl does. But if you piss off Estrogina, it's really bad. You know, then
Right. You'll still kill a bitch. Yeah.
well she'll. I
She'll
mean,
kill.
well, it'll get really like intense. It will be the kind of murder that will be um, like I blacked out
Hmm.
and I don't know what happened next. You know
Right.
that
How?
place.
Yeah. I have a question. Did you talk to Danielle about Estrogina, and do you have a relationship with her?
I don't have a relationship with her. Um, but Bambi considers me her daughter. Um, and we did meet that one time at Dave Brocky's
Hmm.
funeral. That picture is from Dave Brocky's funeral, which
Yeah,
was
I figured.
very brief because I'm crying in that photo.
Hmm.
And then we met one other time at the unveiling of Dave Brocky's memorial plaque, where I was introduced to her. But when I got to sing with GWAR, because they brought me up to sing with them, ROG really.
Yeah. Oh, you want to do a commentary? I got it ready to go. Let's see.
Of
Yeah.
that.
Here we go.
Were you there for that?
No, I wasn't there. How's the volume? So tell me about this. And look at that jacket.
Yes. So I didn't realize when I had to come in.
Uh-huh.
I should have come in here.
Right. Let's see if the musicians noticed. I haven't watched this in a while. Aww. No, I've never made it to the. I've been to Richmond once on tour, and like I've never been back, and I really need to do that. I haven't been to the GWAR bar. I haven't done any of the GWAR things in Richmond. Did you know what song you were going to be singing, or how did that come about?
I gave you different choices, but this was the one that had the most like melody to it.
Uh-huh. Would they have like a bunch of lyrics printed out, and they just kind of distributed them?
For me.
Okay.
I love better in the world than performing.
Yeah.
Like, I'm just like so happy.
Is there anything coming up? Are you performing anytime soon?
Oh, but you missed it. There was more to that video, but it's okay.
Oh, I know. I can put it back. It's still here.
It felt really good.
What's that?
It felt really good
Yeah.
to do this for Dave.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure it was a really emotional day.
Can't hear.
Oh, I miss them playing the old songs. Bring back the really old songs.
Well, you can't. They're going to do what they're going to do.
I know, of
If there's
course.
anything I've learned about GWAR, it's they're going to do what they're going to do.
I'm always happy with what they do.
I'm always happy with what they do also. I mean, they always put on a fantastic show, and I still care about it very much. I'm very, I consider myself very lucky to be so close to Chuck. He gave me he's made me swear to secrecy the GWAR blood formula, not the one that sprays on the audience, but the one they use in hand-to-hand combat on stage. So there's Chuck. Bambi!
Happy birthday, Bambi. She technically had a cameo on this show. She poked her head in while Chuck was on here.
Aww.
So go check that out. It's one of the first episodes with Chuck.
Bambers.
Yeah.
Yeah, Chuck made me swear to secrecy, made me take a solemn oath in his kitchen. He gave me the formula for. Oh, I did his makeup. That's right. I did Bambi's makeup and Chuck's makeup here. Thank you for that.
King Neptune.
Yeah, I've done body makeup on Chuck a few times.
Yeah, he looks great as that character.
I was there when Chuck proposed to Bambi in the Mermaid Parade. When he put there's me and Chuck and Matt Miner. But when Chuck proposed to Bambi, he put that gigantic, huge ring that he made around her body.
Oh my God.
Kissed her, turned to me, and said, "That's how you do it," and high-fived me.
Wow. He's so cool.
He is the coolest.
Oh, yeah. Humongous has a secret recipe too. You might have to kill him.
Chuck gave me his blood for props recipe. It looks so killer. I mean, I can't imagine, Chuck giving it to me and not giving it to Humongous.
Right.
You
Let's see what else we got here. There he is, half in costume. That's a rare look. Aw.
Chuckles.
Jaw, do you call him Chuckles?
For a goof sometimes. That's one of his nicknames that his close friends call him.
Let's see, I have some more fan art and stuff. Let's just.
I love that girl
there's
power.
so much cool art. I mean, do you think people responded to you more than
that one has real blood in it?
What?
That's real blood in the background.
That's cool and creepy and very Kiss, right? Didn't Kiss do that? Or
didn't they? I think that they put a drop of blood,
in the ink or something,
into the ink of the Kiss comics.
Yeah.
The red ink.
That's the story.
That one is very me.
Yeah. Why? Because you're beating up men?
No. Because just the attitude.
Just the attitude. Yeah, you're so happy, but you're also flipping us off.
But also, I should say that Estrogina is it's Slimenstra who's the one men, girls rule,
right,
boys.
Right.
I don't think that Estrogina is necessarily that,
I like this Little Mermaid one.
Oh, with the blood. I mean, I think that Estrogina is all about girl power, but I don't think that she needs to punch anyone else down to have girl power.
She just is. Oh yeah, you showed that one. So much good stuff. Oh yeah, and I just because I know you love this, I want you to talk about this a little bit.
This was surreal. Ermagerd is a legendary meme.
Yes.
And seeing someone having made that of Estrogina is quite insane.
Were you like, I made it? This is it?
No, but
No.
it amused me very much.
I do have some other memes from the GWAR memes page. Let's see.
Stick in your Valentino bag.
Oh, you spill lipstick in my Valentino white.
I never saw that one.
Oh really?
Again?
You want to see it again?
Yeah, I don't
Stick
understand
in
what it
your
was.
Valentino bag.
Oh, you spill lipstick in my Valentino white.
That's it.
I feel like that would be reversed.
Yeah.
Did she say I put lips? She said I put lipstick in your Valentino white bag.
Spilled lipstick in your Valentino bag.
Oh, you spill lipstick in my Valentino white.
I feel like that would be Estrogina's comment, because I can't see Slimenstra caring about purses or lipstick or anything like that. But Estrogina is the one who's like kind of girly and would enjoy shopping. And
Memes. Maybe you got to reverse all of these. Let's see. You want to see another one?
That's so funny. Was that on TikTok?
I'm not sure.
Get out my car!
These are stupid. What are you showing me?
I don't know. I told people to send me art and stuff, and this is the GWAR memes page.
We're roommates.
Oh my god, they were roommates.
I don't know. I'm not up on all the meme culture.
This
So
is stupid. Show me GWAR memes that are funny. Show me GWAR memes that understand what the characters are, and then we'll talk.
GWAR memes. You gotta work harder. I guess.
GWAR memes.
But
You
thank
gotta
you for the
understand
submissions.
these characters before we go, understand the personalities thoroughly. But no, Estrogina would have been the one who had the purse, and who would have been angry that someone had been so careless by putting a lipstick into a white purse, because Estrogina is the one who doesn't want to get dirty.
Right. Get it. We have a question. What has been your career highlight as both Estrogina and Miss Cherry Delight? From Scott.
I think that the career highlight as Estrogina was getting to invited to perform with, to sing with GWAR at Dave Brocky's birthday celebration. That was what we just watched before, was very meaningful to me. I think that I had said to Travis, the other day, if I did Estrogina for anyone or anything, it was for Ruby. It's for his daughter. To have given her this, and to have seen how happy it made her, and to have seen how much Estrogina meant to this little girl. If I did it for anything, I did it for that kid. That was it. So really, that was my biggest highlight, is making a difference. And
it's so personal.
Yeah. Because what else is Estrogina but a character, a fun character that was, fun to play at the time. And I think that I'm really happy that technically I do get to be a part of GWAR lore.
Yeah.
I get to be a part of that forever, and that's a cool thing. I wanted to do the makeup tonight the way that I did it.
Right.
The helmet is very much like this. But I didn't have the white eyes when I did Estrogina. I just did the white eyes for when I'm Miss Cherry Delight.
What about Miss Cherry Delight's career highlight?
I'm looking forward to the big stuff. I mean, my 2024 is going to be really huge. A lot of really huge things are going to happen. So I'm very excited for that. I have some pretty intense things lined up, and a lot of them are top secret, but
Ooh.
I have a whole new album coming out, like 14 tracks, bunch of new music videos, a whole new live show experience. There's just a lot of really exciting things that are going to go into it. It's not just because Miss Cherry Delight isn't just like a band singing on stage. Like, it's a whole thing, and I make damn sure of that.
Yeah, you're a visual feast.
Yeah, I want it to feel like a real show, like a real Broadway show situation,
Check it out, Miss Cherry Delight. MissCherryDelight.com.
Yeah, that is MissCherryDelight.com. And this website needs, I don't know if I know on it right now, because you're showing how badly I need to update my website, because we are showing, as you scroll down, Cherry Helides 3, and we just finished Cherry Helides 4.
Uh-oh.
Probably should have talked to me before showing me a website on your thing.
Oh, well, I guess I should get permission to show official websites. How about your Instagram? We could show that. Miss Cherry Delight. That's where you can get all the latest. It opened up in a new window.
So I do have some good quotes on there. Malcolm McDowell said that I was tremendously talented. That was pretty cool.
When did that happen? And how did that happen?
That happened on the second anniversary of Eat the Evidence. But yeah, I just did that post for Bambi.
Yes.
Her birthday, and then I talk about Estrogina. Bambers.
Yay.
There she is in the back.
Oh man. I definitely wanted to talk about this for a second, because I love your theme party, because I saw some people come from your party to another party that I was at afterwards.
Oh yeah,
I was like,
you saw
what
Princess
is this?
Danielle.
Yeah. And Warren. What's your connection to Pee-wee?
What's my connection to Pee-wee's? Everyone else's connection to Pee-wee. I mean, it's my first memories. My father putting me on the couch and saying, "Let the cartoon begin," and then Pee-wee's Playhouse happening, and me just like loving Pee-wee, and it's a huge part of my life. And now I have a tattoo, and it's a special part of me. So it's a really important part of my life.
Did you have any embarrassing moments as Estrogina?
Yeah, actually, on the second day of 5 Points Fest, I got the con crud and I lost my voice.
Oh no.
This was also before I learned how to scream. Because I started training how to scream once I started making music. I started training with Jonathan Stancato, because in the first Cherry Helides, which came after Estrogina, I sang Hellraiser by Veruca Salt, and I couldn't get the scream, and it hurt, and I didn't realize, like, oh, there's probably something to this.
Yeah. Let's see some Cherry Delight. These are just some of my favorites.
Oh, thanks. Yeah, that dress is by, that pink dress is by Glitter Macabre. That was made out of a bag of tutus and petticoats that I had in a trash in my apartment for a long time, and they completely turned it around. I love working with Glitter Macabre. They are a total genius when it comes to making something out of nothing.
Yeah, that's really impressive. I like it.
Most of this is from Gothic Renaissance, that outfit.
Yes.
That makeup was by Glitter Macabre. That took 7 hours for that.
Oh my god.
Yeah, it was insane.
But totally worth it, right?
Yes, of course. I mean, you can read it. It says, "Like you hate me."
Yeah. Nice, nice.
First time I was in print in AM New York.
About TikTok. Do you have any secrets? Do you have any secrets to winning TikTok?
Yeah, I do have some secrets about winning TikTok, and the main thing is if you have a thing you want to be known for on TikTok, good luck.
Uh-huh.
Because TikTok only wants you to do stupid things, and they don't
Right.
care about anything else.
So do you do the dances?
No, I don't do the dances. But they want to see trends, and they want to see stupid things. Also, the attention span is about this.
Oh, yeah.
So it has to be short. The shorter, the better. Pay attention to your hashtags. I haven't posted in a bit. I'm a little burnt out on TikTok right now, but I need to get back on there.
What was the video that caught fire?
I've been viral about 6 or 7 times now. My most well-received video has like over 4 million views. But all my viral videos are 1 million, 2 million, 3 million, 4 million. Like they're all like in the millions.
Nice. Some blood and
Vibrators.
Whips and chains.
That's not Miss Cherry Delight.
Oh.
That was for a different website.
That's Miss Cherry Delight.
Kevin, you gotta prove these things to me if you're gonna show them. That is me and Matt Dallow.
Yeah.
Filming for David
Bowie thing.
That we did.
Yeah, Matt Dallow. You might see him pop up in a music video that's going to be on my stream tomorrow. So I felt like this was relevant to me, at least. He was in one of my favorite bands, the World Inferno Friendship Society.
I love him. He's very talented. He's very sweet.
And of course, Amanda.
Yeah, it's Amanda Palmer. I met her in Coney Island underneath the...
Did you go to their show there?
Mm-hmm. I was there.
Yeah, I was there.
I have a friend who's close friends with her.
Nice.
She let me hold Ash when he was a baby. She just put him in my arms, and I was like, oh.
Okay. Baby.
Very pleasant baby.
Nice.
Wasn't loud, didn't cry for her, just ate graham crackers in my face and was very, like, curious.
Yeah, this one's sort of GWAR related. I would say in the shock rock realm. Tell me about Jenna Torturers.
Jen was actually very good friends with Dave Brocky. So Jenna Torturers, I would say, are a huge influence on me. My favorite song ever is Flesh is the Law. I can't really describe why. I just love that song. I've performed that song quite a few times with my band.
Nice.
And so it's a lot of fun to do. And, Jen is one of the forefront women in the shock rock genre. And I admire her a lot. She's still doing her thing. And it would be really surreal to be able to... I mean, I'm sure that we'll share a lineup together someday, and that will be like really meaningful to me.
Here's me from that day.
Yes. That was I gave her a copy of Eat the Evidence. I gave her.
Yeah, there it is.
That's the copy that I gave to her, and I signed that for her, and then she signed a poster for me.
Oh, yeah, that was at the Mercury Lounge.
The one that was in the photo with me was not at Mercury Lounge.
Oh, really? Where was that one?
That one was in Amityville.
Oh, okay.
That
must have been like the next day or something.
It was the next day.
But you were at the one at the Mercury Lounge too, right?
Yes, I was at both of those shows. The first one, I didn't get the chance to speak to her, but I wanted the chance to speak to her. So I went to the second one that was in like Long Island.
Gotcha. Well, go stream your album. Where is it available? Where can you get this? Everywhere, right?
everywhere. You know, it's so funny because I was speaking to two of my burlesque legend friends, Johnny Porkpie and Tigger, the other day. And I guess Johnny didn't know that I had left burlesque and was doing music. And he said to Tigger, did you know that Cherry like does music? Have you heard Cherry's music? And Tigger was like, yeah, it's really badass and amazing. And then Johnny said, you have to send me a link sometime. And Tigger said, it's very accessible. Like and that meant a lot, having Tigger say that. Like that was very sweet.
And is there any release date for any new stuff yet, or is it all just
Top secret right now?
top secret? Top secret. Is it?
If you want to be able to know when. So this is the thing. People say to me, let me know. I can't do that. Like, stay on my social media and then you'll know. But if I can't have 100 people saying, let me know, and then I individually type to every single one. Yes, follow me.
That's what I thought you did, though. You're disappointing me now.
I'm sorry.
Oh, well.
I'm sorry.
Yes.
I'm not sorry.
Follow Miss Cherry Delight. I have one last question from the audience. Any injuries playing Estrogina? I guess besides the head thing.
Aside from the headache, I mean, I only performed with Guello as Estrogina, and then I performed with Guello as my own character, Castrata Lopamov. That was a lot of fun.
Oh, wow.
If you go to my Instagram page, I think when you go to my Instagram, you'll see in the 3 little icons in the front, you'll see Castrata, and you'll see some images of her.
Let's see.
Yeah. Bring up my Instagram again. Yeah, Castrata. See right there?
I see.
So that was Castrata. She was all about castrating giant scissors. These were made by Kurt.
Nice. Yeah, we're gonna get the Guello guys, at least some of them, on the show soon. We just have to set a date. It's in progress. There's gonna be a Guello show.
Blade.
What is going on there? How does that work?
I spun them.
Oh,
They
okay.
were manual. They weren't motorized.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that looked dangerous, but I guess that's just the perception. No fingers over there.
No fingers.
No fingers. You'll lob them off.
Yes, I'll lop them off. It's LO umlaut PEMO umlaut V.
Is that character gonna resurface at any point?
No.
No. Did you sing any songs, or were you just like?
I sang I Hate Love songs.
Okay.
And I think that I sang a few other things, but that was the song that I had that was like a solo song, like as Castrata with Guello.
Nice.
And but yeah, I think that in conclusion, being Estrogina was a really special, important thing in the journey of my career of Miss Cherry Delight. It was the stepping stone that made me figure out, oh, you know, maybe I could do this and, you know, not rely on, you know, burlesque. But, you know, everything I've learned, whether it was going to school on Broadway, doing this, 14 years of burlesque, you know, 23 years of professionally singing, like all of the things I've learned along the way, every single thing has led to Miss Cherry Delight. I've taken every single tool and I've put it into this. And some of those tools do involve like the things I've learned being Estrogina.
Right.
And even though it was, like I said, it's a very short thing, I'm really grateful for everyone who really did make a big deal about her. It was really sweet, especially a lot of girls like Estrogina meant a lot to a lot of women out there. And I don't really think about her anymore. When there was a time when it was all I thought about. It was all I wanted, until I kind of realized that I just wanted the next thing that I could come up with.
Mm-hmm. Do you think anyone else would ever portray that character? And would you be offended if they did?
She doesn't belong to me. I mean, I helped. I don't necessarily think that they would.
Mm-hmm.
But also, even if someone else played Estrogina, it wouldn't take away the fact that I was the first to portray Estrogina. And if they want to, I'd love to see the character come back in some other way. That would be really great. As long as the person who's portraying her can, be feisty and sweet and nasty and really funny.
Gotta be funny.
Yeah, I mean, it was really important to have a girl in GWAR that was like really funny and not the butt of a joke, and and just had more dimension as a character, as someone who hated men and loved drinking blood, and Estrogina had a lot more depth that I really connected with, and it made her more lovable, and it made her even scarier with the amount of emotional investment that she had. Like say that like someone, like, God forbid, like hurt someone who is like your closest person to you, you'd tear them apart. That's what Estrogina is like. That's where that comes from. That's that kind of emotional investment of like, I must protect my clan, like no matter what situation.
Yeah. Are you going to see the new GWAR tour? It's the GWAR news. What's that?
I'm sure that I'll catch them.
Yeah. That's the news on GWAR's and Age of Befuddlement tour coming soon. Ex-Cops coming to New Jersey. Yes. That's where I will be. If anyone else is going to be at the show, come say hello. I'll be at New Jersey. So they're not coming to New York City this time. So I'll go to Jersey. It's cool.
Mm-hmm.
I do usually end on this. Do you have a good Dave story or a best Dave story?
Yeah. I have 2 Dave stories. They're my husband's legs, ladies and gentlemen.
Cameo.
Where are you going? Out. Anyway, so the first time that I met Dave Brocky, I think that I was 16 years old, and it was at Toad's Place, and I was in the front row, and I was completely soaked to the bone, with the blood squishing in my shoes. And then it was after the show, and Dave came out. He had just showered, and he was all fresh. He was wearing a thermal shirt with the Scarface logo. A black thermal shirt with the Scarface logo embroidered into it. I never forgot that. And I went up to him, and I'm completely soaked, like prune fingers soaked. I said, "Are you Dave Brocky?" He said, "Maybe." I said, "Can I hug you?" And he looked at me, all soaked, him all clean. He said, "Do you have to?" And I went, and he went, "Fine."
Aww.
And he gave me a very big bear hug, and I just thanked him for everything, for making GWAR. And he was like, "Oh, you're welcome," And he was just a sweetie pie. And then the last time that Dave and I made eye contact, it was 2013. He was going down the front row, letting people touch the untlick. And I turned to my husband, who was not my husband yet. I turned to him, and I was speaking to him, and then I looked back at the stage, and Odorous was staring right down at me holding me up, like out to me, looking right into my eyes, like, and I was just like,
Anointed.
you know, he was waiting for me to touch the sword before he moved on, and then he just like, you know, and that was the last time that we made eye contact, and it was snowing, and I was, again, of course, completely wet, like, and we had to run to the car, and I saw Dave outside talking with friends, and I looked at him and I pointed at him from far away, and I said, next time. I'm going to talk to him next time. I never forgave myself for that. You can't do that. Tomorrow isn't promised. You know, that was the lesson that I learned that night, is tomorrow is not promised. And now I have to live with the fact that I could have spoken to him one last time, but because I was uncomfortable, I said, I'll talk to Dave next time. He'll be back. Don't do that. Tomorrow isn't promised. You know, you have to make sure that you tell people how much they mean to you while you're here.
Words of wisdom from Miss Cherry Delight, and on brand for the holidays, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's awesome. Well, thank you so much.
2020.
Yeah, you like my song?
It's so dated, though.
Well, we're always going to remember Christmas 2020. It's a mark in time.
Oh, right. It's a mark in time.
Yeah. You know, we can't all be Christmas stripper weekend. Although that's a good one, too. Aw. Oh, it's got the little weapon and everything. I love it.
Yeah, it has a little umbilicus and everything.
Wow. Umbilicus. All right, well, let me plug my upcoming shows.
Okay.
Tomorrow. Yeah,
You're the
definitely.
only person who's ever and probably ever will ask me about this thing that I did in my life.
Well, it's an honor to do it. I mean, what a better place than the GWARPod.
Yeah, thank you so much.
You're welcome. Tomorrow, here, listen to the premiere of my new album. Oh, wait, look, I got props, man. Hey, the first 50 copies hand-drawn, and I finished them yesterday.
Wowee.
Yeah, so go to vonesper.bandcamp.com and get one of these, because you'll be able to sell it on eBay one day for a lot of money. That's tomorrow, 9 o'clock. And of course, my video album for my last album is out as well. Matt Dallow has a cameo in it, and Brian Biglione from the Dresden Dolls is in it.
Really?
And do I have any other GWAR cameos? Oh, well, Humongous Fungus of Urungus is on my album coming out tomorrow, so come back. He'll be back with his bong tomorrow for the stream. He's the epic bong ripper of my record. There's the prototype cover. Next week, is it next week already? First show, 2024, Zach fucking Blair. That's a big one. Splatus Maximus, and who knows, maybe a Maximus of the future. And then Brent is going to be on the show January 17th.
Oh, congratulations.
Thank you. Yeah, this is going to be obviously an epic conversation. GWARPod, yeah. And then this is way out in the future, but come back for my birthday party in February.
Lordy Lord.
I know. Who's 40? Yeah. And of course, I'm going to be working on my documentary about Dookie Fly Swatter, always in the background. And go get some Cherry Delight. It's tasty. It's bloody. It's a very cherry Christmas.
Oh, yeah, Cherry Christmas.
Cherry Christmas, Cherry Merry, very berry.
Merry Christmas.
And
Scary
thank you for everybody for coming. And I think that's it. I think that's the show. Thank you for everyone in the... Yeah, Humongous. You're on there. Humongous Fungus of Urungus on my new album coming out Friday. Virtual listening party tomorrow.
Congratulations.
Thank you. All right. Bye.
Bye. Thanks, guys.
Like, share, subscribe.